run some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that, I'm holding on to this, and reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that, 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option, this one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is one of the most exciting runners of a quarterback that I've seen.
And a reminder that this trip to the Red Zone has been brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Visit kelly-mac.com to learn more. 2nd and 2 from the 5. Have to get to the 3-yard line to pick up the first down. Rodriguez on the carry. Looks like he's going to get close and just enough to move the chains. Down at the 2. 1st and goal.
That's nice having that first down marker right there. Now you have 4 golden chances at the 2-yard line to punch one in.
But don't forget, Dom, this is the second time it's happened just like this. They got a fresh set of downs on the 2-yard line earlier in this game. Didn't quite turn out. Got to shake off the cobwebs.
Still running out of the same set from the last 2 plays. They're going to go back to the well with Rodriguez again. And Rodriguez is into the end zone. Touchdown, Holy Name. And this crowd has come back to life after being quiet in the latter stages of the first half. 14-6, an opportunity to make it 7.
That's how you set the tone. That's how you come out of half and show that we're still here, that we're not done yet. This is a tough group, as Ryan Day said in his post-game interview after the Notre Dame game. This is a tough team. That's what Holy Name is. They proved it right there with that offensive line putting in work and those running backs doing well. That was a good drive.
Here's the hold, looks good, and that kick is up and good. 14-7, 1
did that. He needed that run. Yeah, he's hobbling, he's hurt, he's in pain. But as soon as he says go, and that ball hits his fingers, the light shining down bright on him, you have 11 hungry invaders trying to get to you, and all he can think of is the task at hand.
Full back to pass, looking down the field. He's got a man wide open, and he finds him into the open field, and headed for the end zone is number 7, Colin Daskos, the senior, and an opportunity to tie this game up. What a huge play there as Cole kept his eyes down the field, and there was nobody around Daskos.
Hard ankle, no ankle, it doesn't matter. He can throw the ball for 68 yards in the tutty all the way to the crib. Oh, Cole, Brandon, we have an exciting football game between a 1-win team and a no-win team, and baby, this crowd's into it. We're in there with the PA announcer screaming there in the PA system. We have an exciting one. I'll tell you what, that's all you want in a football game, a 60-yard touchdown pass, broken coverage. We'll take advantage of it.
This hasn't been the season where either of these teams really have picked up many wins, right? And you know what? We're not going to kick it. We're going to see if we can get it. I don't know. It will depend. If they go to the ground, you'd have to think they're stating that this is 4-down territory now.
I think it was the snap that got messed up last time. We just saw the holder there practicing the hold. I think they're going to kick it if they need to.
Here's a carry up the middle for Dix. They're not going to have to, as he's going to push close to the end zone. He stopped just short. That white wall there of the invaders kept him out of the end zone. But that actually might help Holy Name, because even though they didn't score there, they got a first down, opportunity to kill a little bit more clock if they want to here. Here's the run with the quarterback, and Andrew Cole slips through some tacklers into the end zone. Holy Name, their first lead on the night, 20 unanswered points.
My goodness, just ran it down the throat of Normandy. They weren't taking any chances. They weren't doing anything funny. They know what their record has been in the red zone tonight. And man, they didn't care. They redeemed themselves, finally put themselves up in this game. Minute 7 to go. Hopefully that's enough. You're still going to have to come out and play defense. But man, what a redemption arc for Holy Name, coming back from 14 unanswered, now up with just a minute 7 to go in this one.
So the lefty kicker and Josetti has an opportunity here to extend this lead to 7. This one's up, and this one is good on the PAT. 21-14. Looking at overtime for the first time this season here in our Keon Sports Game of the Week. And we're in week 7 now at this point, and here on 4th down now. 10 yards to go. Can Gray make something happen? Gray has some time, stepping up, looking down the field, lost this one up. Touchdown, Normandy. That one floated over the fingertips of the defenders into the hands of a receiver in the end zone. Believe from up here, that's number 12. Trying to get a better look at the receiver. But now Normandy only trails by 1 point.
Wow. On 4th down, nonetheless, regardless of this result now, folks, that phantom down is going to be talked about. And it's going to be brought up over and over again. And now the scoreboard is yet to adjust.
Okay, I think we're all trying to adjust here. Holy mackerel, you kidding me? Hey, everybody, calm down a little bit.
They're looking to go for 2.
We're going for 2. We're not going
Gonna win it.
overtime. It ends here.
And a timeout now for Holy Name, as they saw Normandy look to forget about overtime. Let's try to win it right here. See if we can make this ball game. And yeah, you're right. Scoreboard still hasn't adjusted. There it goes. Finally, 21-20 up on the board. We'll see if Normandy comes out with the PAT unit and try to kick this thing.
You know what? Why not go for 2? You're 0-6 this year. This is the closest you've gotten, right, to have a chance to win this game. The momentum is on your side right now. You just drove the ball 70 yards down the field. Go for it.
Hey, you know here. There's rules. I didn't make them. You didn't make them. No one made. We don't know who made them, but there's rules. When you're the away team and you have a chance to take the lead with seconds left on the clock, you choose to take the lead rather than go to overtime. If you're the home team, you choose to go to overtime if you have the choice. You choose to be a little bit risky when you're the underdog on the road.
Tell you what, how about that throw on 4th and 10 there for Elijah Gray, stepping up, launching that one towards the end zone. I think that was the first time I couldn't see a number in the end zone because there were 2 black jerseys right in front of the receiver.
I thought one of them came down with it.
It dropped in just past the fingertips of the defenders. That thing had to be pinpoint and precise. Going for 2 still here. 2-point conversion to try to win the ball game. This thing blown up. Holy name. They make the stand, 21-20. And the blocking there of Normandy just not good enough. Elijah Gray stumbled as he tried to spin out of that one, and he's brought down. Credit to the guts there of the coaching staff of Normandy to want to go for that there. The conversion. Have to send this one away. But again, we've seen a lot of special teams errors between these 2 teams. They've been able to usually fall on the ball and not turn it over off their own mistakes. But it has not been clinical for either of these teams on special teams. We'll wait and see here on the onside kick. This one, Squib, this one hits hard and bodies on the ground. And I do think that Holy Name ended up getting to that football. There's a pile right now. The officials are good.
All right, welcome on in to the Keon Sports Game of the Week. We have a girls GCC matchup. I'm Dominic Clary with our owner here. We'll fix the camera here momentarily. I realize it's a little crooked. We'll fix that here in a little bit. Right next to me, it's the very owner of the company. Really started with him, but now for the first time, we have an all-Italian broadcast, me and Vince calling GCC basketball. Medina hosts Strongsville. Vince, we have an exciting matchup. What do we have to look forward to here today?
Well, we have a lot of things to look forward to. 2 of the best teams in the area, a classic rivalry, Dahmer. We have Medina versus Strongsville, not that far apart. I call it the 71 South rivalry because that's what I take to get here. You mentioned the all-Italian broadcast. We got Maggie McKee, our 3rd Italian behind the camera tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. She's going to get some airtime, too. But listen, Dahmer, this is what I'm looking forward to tonight. You know, when it comes to Strongsville, I'm going to start with Strongsville. This has been a dominant team this year. They smoked Olmsted Falls. That was the defending state champion. They came out. They beat them pretty soundly. This team does not lack confidence, and that is usually what carries them through. Excellent coaching as well. You know, in sports, in basketball, you hear about the big 3. This school, in my mind, has the big 4. They have Z. They have Sydney Patera, who is only a sophomore, a phenomenal point guard, a 10th grader. She could lead this team to a state championship. Those are 2 of the big 4. They have Kennedy Neal. They just have difference makers. And then obviously the legacy, Sydney Bass. Now, what will Medina bring to counter that? They have a big 3 right now with Dress, with Shook, and honestly with Klanick, who will more than likely win our Player of the Year. She's the front runner right now. Dom, this is a rivalry. You played sports in high school. You know all about that. What do you think about this one tonight with that feeling to it?
Yeah, you know, Vince, it's an interesting matchup. Again, you brought up some of the star players, but I really want to break this matchup down. Medina, they're having a great season. They're 6-1 in conference, 12-3 overall. They're coming off wins back-to-back, Shaker Heights, Harvest Prep. But they did lose to, I know one school you know well, Magnificat and Highland, back-to-back, right before they just won games back-to-back.
Right.
So this is a big one if they want to get 3 wins in a row. But it's also big conference-wise because this keeps them in the race right next to Strongsville, giving Strongsville a loss. And who knows how that tiebreaker will work out.
Yeah.
But, again.
But Highland was undefeated. Just to cut you off real quick. Highland was undefeated, okay? That's not that they're losing to anybody. That's a big loss.
They lost to two
a big
good teams.
And Magnificat, that was a rematch of last year, and I covered that game, Maggie and I. That was close until the 3rd quarter, but unfortunately Medina just couldn't make a shot for a quarter and a half. They didn't get a field goal.
And I think what one thing is going to really dictate this game here today, and it's Strongsville, and I know everyone's looking at Sydney Bass. Last year, Medina did a really good job of getting the ball out of her hands and trying to get everyone else to beat them. This isn't last year. Esther Dozegi is a lot better than she was last year. I was watching some of her highlight tape that she put on Huddle. Z, as you called her,
Absolutely.
She's a post player, but if you give her the ball at the top of the key, she can pass. She's really good court vision. She has really good footwork, fancy footwork if you ask me, and knows exactly what to do during the low post, high post, or top of the key. She's going to be the difference maker. And you named her earlier, Kennedy Neal. She's been a huge factor for this team and why they've been so good. This team was good last year. Now with her, team is even better. This is a really exciting matchup. And so we talk I talked about some of the players who I view were going to be a difference maker.
Well, if I can stop you for a second. So I just want to, you mentioned Z real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Z is a transfer from Padua. She played her freshman year at Padua. And I just want to shout out the Strongsville head coach. I butcher her name every time, so I apologize. But Madsen Farnbach just has done a phenomenal job the last 3 years to develop Z, because when she was at Padua, she was more or less a project. She's come over to Strongsville, and that's how dominant she's been. That's a product of excellent coaching. I just wanted to throw that out there for you.
Mm-hmm. And this team has been well coached all year. In another team that's been well coached, Medina, again, you can't really snooze on this team. They only have 3 losses, and 3 of those losses are some of the best teams in the state.
Absolutely.
Not just Northeast Ohio, but the state. So that being said, now we know Klanick is going to be huge for him here tonight. She's going to Coastal Carolina. They expect big things from her at the D1 level. But here, let's remove her for a second. Who's going to be the big factor for Medina on beating Strongsville here tonight if they're able to do it?
Abby Dress. I'll say that. She can hit 3-pointers from NBA range, right? So if they're going to throw a double at Klanick, and I don't know what they're going to come out and do, but let's say they do. Let's say they throw a double at Klanick. You know, Dress is the kind of talent who could step back and launch them. Also, don't sleep on the sophomore, Molly Gilbert. In that game against Magnificat, Molly Gilbert was one of the few who was able to score when they went through that drought. It was a rough night for Klanick. She couldn't do anything that night, and Molly Gilbert was one of the few against Magnificat that made that happen. It was Dress and it was Gilbert. So to answer your question, if they do focus all their efforts on Shook and Klanick, watch out for Gilbert and Dress.
What about Strongsville? We understand they have a 4-headed monster on this team, and they have, I mean, we talk about the 4-headed monster. They're good all over. This team has players throughout the entire roster. Who's the X factor here today?
Sydney Butera. And again, for me, I didn't have to think twice on that one, right? But for a sophomore, for her to kind of have the leadership that she does, she reminds me of a Paige Kohler. And you Olmsted Falls fans watching, obviously everybody knows Paige Kohler, right?
And she's doing phenomenal at Bowling Green right now.
Absolutely. But she reminds me a lot of a young Paige Kohler, a sophomore leader, somebody who could win Player of the Year as a sophomore. You know, you talk about X factors, hidden keys, whatever the case may be. It's one of those things. And Dahmer, I got to be honest with you right now, buddy. My hands are nervous because I'm so used to this point. About 8 minutes away from the national anthem, I'm usually down there glad-handing the coach, fist bumping the referees, trying to sell sponsorships. Now tonight I'm up here with you, and it's blowing my mind. Hope I don't lay an egg.
And one thing that we need to state, it was your first time doing a video broadcast. With us, at least, you've done some before. I know. Yeah. So
you got to face the hard camera.
You face the hard camera, where it is just your daughter who's manning the camera here today. All right, she's not paying attention. All right, we have about 7:40 until the national anthem. So that being said, we'll step to the side. We'll show some football highlights for you now, but do not go away, because when it comes to basketball, everything is compared in twos. When you think of the Lakers, you think of the Celtics. When you think of Georgetown, you think of Villanova. When you think of Medina, you think of Strongsville. When you think of Klanick, well, you also think of Sydney Bass. They're pairs, and that's how basketball works. We have a matchup, be one for the ages here at the high school girls basketball level, and we're excited to bring that to you today. So hold tight, about 7 minutes away till game time.
Some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this. And reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone. untouched, and just like that, 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet. And he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been. Happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option, this one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is one of the most exciting runners of a quarterback that I've seen.
And a reminder that this trip to the Red Zone has been brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Visit kelly-mac.com to learn more. 2nd and 2 from the 5. Have to get to the 3-yard line to pick up the first down. Rodriguez on the carry. Looks like he's going to get close and just enough to move the chains. Down at the 2. 1st and goal.
That's nice having that first down marker right there. Now you have 4 golden chances at the 2-yard line to punch one in.
But don't forget, Dom, this is the second time it's happened just like this. They got a fresh set of downs on the 2-yard line earlier in this game. Didn't quite turn out. Got to shake off the cobwebs.
Still running out of the same set from the last 2 plays. They're going to go back to the well with Rodriguez again. And Rodriguez is into the end zone. Touchdown, Holy Name. And this crowd has come back to life after being quiet in the latter stages of the first half. 14-6, an opportunity to make it 7.
That's how you set the tone. That's how you come out of half and show that we're still here, that we're not done yet. This is a tough group, as Ryan Day said in his post-game interview after the Notre Dame game. This is a tough team. That's what pardon me, Holy Name is. They proved it right there with that offensive line putting in work and those running backs doing well. That was a good drive.
Here's the hold, looks good, and that kick is up and good. 14-7, 1
did that. He needed that run. Yeah, he's hobbling, he's hurt, he's in pain. But as soon as he says go and that ball hits his fingers, the light shining down bright on him, you have 11 hungry invaders trying to get to you, and all he can think of is the task at hand.
Pull back to pass, looking down the field. He's got a man wide open, and he finds him into the open field, and headed for the end zone is number 7, Colin Daskos, the senior, and an opportunity to tie this game up. What a huge...
Tonight's national anthem and tip-off is brought to you by Kathy Dress, Realtor at Howard Hanna. Kathy is a multi-million-dollar top producer in Northeast Ohio. She strives to give all of her clients the best knowledge and support through each phase of the home buying and selling process. Give her a call and send her a text, 330-242-0377 to get started. You can email her at kathydressrealtor@gmail.com. Your local Mickey Mart is open now for the food and fuel you need to keep your family moving. Be sure to use Mickey Mart Rewards Card to quickly rack up amazing member-only deals, including free food and beverages. Also, Kelly McLean Achievement Center, all three-pointers tonight, brought to you by Kelly McLean. Kelly and the KMAC team have become a part of the family, coaching students on how to learn, how to study, and how to achieve their academic potential while discovering their true goals. All of this is accomplished with a strengths-driven approach and a comprehensive plan to help students demonstrate college selection and career planning. We'll be back throughout the game. You'll be hearing from Maggie McKee with some other sponsors, but for now, it's time for our national anthem.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rich Clemens Gymnasium of Hempstead High School. For tonight's grade cleanup conference game as the Lady Bees host the Strongsville Lady Mustangs. At this time, we ask that you please rise, if you are able and or willing, to honor America, to remember the men and women who served in the United States Armed Forces, to acknowledge those men and women who presently are serving, and also to recognize the men and women who serve our communities each day. With the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by United States Army veteran and our captain of the American Legion Post 202 of Medina, Mr. Ray Hewitt. Oh, say, can you see why what's so bright in the air and whose broad shoulders and bright stars through the heavens or the were the stream. Still there, oh, say does it stop for the one tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Strongsville. At guard, 5'4", sophomore. Number 3, Stevie Sarah.
Sydney Bass, the legacy and head coach, as we said, Madison Farmbach in her third year at the helm. Now back down for the Medina starting lineup.
Now the starting
Here we go, Vince, here in Medina, Strongsville, wearing black with pink accents. Medina, white with their traditional green and yellow. This is for the GCC title. It's their second matchup. Strongsville took the first one. Medina looking to get revenge. Here we go. We have tip-off here in Medina.
Strongsville, as you said, coming out of the pink and the black. Shout out my all-time favorite wrestler, Brett the Hitman Hart, with those ones.
Knew there was going to be a
Had to.
wrestling reference here tonight.
And we're 6 seconds in. Let's go.
In Strongsville, we'll get it first, and there it is, Sydney Bass. She'll lead her team up the court, looking to make a play. Patera, across the court, three. Oh, sinks it in. Who was that? Kennedy Neal, how do you do? Hits it from deep.
Nothing but the bottom by Neal. And here's Klanik to answer. No good. Back iron rebound. Mustangs, here they come.
There we go. They're trying to set in their offense here, taking their time. Death by 1,000 cuts here for Strongsville. There goes Bass for three. Off the rim and out. There goes the rebound by Shook. Shook, oh, finds a player down. Cannot get her. Getting trapped there. Nothing but trouble. On the other way, Strongsville, here we go. Wow, they're quick on transition. They cannot get it in. Who was that? Number 14. We do not have that on our roster here, Vince.
33, Eddie Shook is her first, team first. At the line, shooting two is Faith Ronan.
So Faith Ronick credited with that one. And you're right. That might be a late roster addition. But right before that happened, though, a good job out of Shook for Medina on that transition. It didn't work out for a bucket, but that was still a clean look at what they need to do tonight.
Yeah, she misses the first here. Looking to go. No, we'll go 0 for 2 here. In transition is Medina. That's Addie Shook. Missed shot there by Ali Gagic. Pass there in the corner. They're moving quick, Strongsville. There goes Z off the rim, but Bass able to get a rebound. And Bass might be able to dribble the ball up the court. But here's the thing with Sydney Bass. She can dribble like a point guard, but she can stretch the floor like a power forward.
Yeah, very much so on Bass. She could definitely play all 5 possessions if you need her to. All 5 positions, rather. Good inside break here for Medina. Strongsville.
Looks for the three, drives in. Oh, out the rim. Having a tough time getting the lid off the basket other than that three. Can they get it there? No, they cannot. Another rebound. Wow, this whole roster can rebound. Gutierrez able to get it. We have a steal now. Molly Gilbert.
There's
Pass to
Jess.
the wing. Yes. And the Medina side goes crazy. We're even here at 3.
And that three-pointer by Jess brought to you by KMAC, Kelly McLean Achievement Centers, the sponsor of every three-pointer. And as I said in the opening, watch out for Dress.
Zeki there into the corner. Who was that? That is Neal. Neal driving, kicks, shot. Oh, wide. I think that was off a Strongsville player, but they'll say that was off a B.
So
And we'll stay right here.
And I'll tell you, Faith has now been open alone 3 different times there. It seems like, as we said, hey, Strongsville might have that power 4, but Faith, that's going to leave her open for that 5th open shot there.
Oh, here goes a trap. That's on Butera. Zeki, oh, having trouble. Keep finding the ball. She'll fall on it. Looks like we'll have a jump ball that will go in the way of the Bees.
Great job there out of Ellie Gasik to go ahead and give her something to think about. And yes, the turnover now, as it led to the jump, led to the Bees. 3-3, 2 minutes in.
Eddie Shook, she'll bring the ball up to court here. She had a good year last year, but boy, she has taken a leap. And who other than their star, Olivia Klanik, 4-3. Medina, 3-point lead now. We'll update that score here shortly.
And that's so important to get her going early. Klanik went through those cold spells. We talked about it against Highland and Magnificat. And there's a nice shot there by Butera. But Klanik cannot let that happen tonight. An early 3, a good sign for her, and a good rebound, makeup there for Butera. Here's Klanik again. Might have got a foul in one. Nope, they're going to say it's on the floor.
That was close there, Vince. I think that she wanted that one, not able to get it there. Medina, they'll keep it on their end. Add a tally mark there to the foul corner, or to the foul tally mark, I should say. Klanick into the short corner, looking to find some space. There is a three, air ball, not able to get it going. Oh, got the rebound there, just not able to keep it in bounds.
A little too much boom-pop for dress on that one.
That was Gillian Kirka, got the rebound, but did run out of bounds. Now, Sydney Butera bringing the ball up to court.
My least favorite high school fan, D up. Oh.
Not able to go in there. Medina in transition. There goes Klanick trying to find space. Bass guarding her. Picks up the dribble. Back out to Shook. Shook finds a lane. Cannot find the basket. Off the rim and out. Mustangs in force, moving down the court.
Nice
Little mid-range shot. Not able to get it going. Rebound there by Medina.
Good look there, though, for Sydney Butera. That was a good-looking shot, just didn't go in.
Klanick here again. Brings the ball to the elbow. Oh, there's a tough foul. Shook on the ground she goes. Beautiful move there by Addie Shook. And I'll tell you what, Klanick and Shook, they are moving well together here to start.
Well, they're giving Strongsville something to think about on defense as well. And that's where it starts. They've created a few turnovers. They've got some hard-fought rebounds. They're making Strongsville work for everything, and that might be a difference maker as this game progresses on. Shook to the line.
She'll miss the first. Lid on the basket right now, especially on the free throw line. 4:28 here to go. We have a sub for Medina. I didn't see who it was here. We'll let you know here shortly.
He splits the back half now, 7-5. Medina out in front. 7-5 Medina. Maggie McKee joining us tonight on camera, doing a good job. There's Butera, top of the key.
Yep. Butera, long three, contested three, air ball. Bass with the rebound, brings it there in the short corner right below you. Bezecki gives it to her point guard. Oh, tough finish, the block. Earned by Klanick, being contested there now by Butera. Hands the ball off there for three, off the rim. Bezecki to Butera. They are moving quick. Can't she find someone? She'll find Neal. Neal in and out. Klanick, we're moving quick here today, Vince.
And right now those
slow
shots,
it down.
Yeah, and right now those shots are not dropping for Strongsville. Wide open dress. Oh, good rebound by Z.
Yeah, she has the green light, and she needs to have that mentality still. They need that. Bass to Neal for three from the corner, in and out once again. And then we'll go the opposite way. Molly Gilbert moving quick, gives that ball out there to Shook. Shook tries to drive, loses the ball. Oh, tie up for it, and she finds someone down low. Nice little layup. That was Abby Dress. She has been where she needs to be. That might be what gets Dress going here today, Vince.
And Strongsville has seen enough. All right, here's Maggie McKee, who's going to talk to you a little bit about. I'll let her tell you.
Helenkia. For over 2 decades, Samuel James McCall of Helenkia in North Homestead on Lorraine Road has been your trusted source for all new and used vehicles. With knowledge of the car buying industry and experience you can trust. Sergeant Clean Car Wash. They deliver the highest quality car wash and superior customer service in the North Homestead in the shortest amount of time possible. Their mission is to provide the highest quality car wash and superior customer service while serving as a positive role models in their communities.
Thank you there. Maggie did a phenomenal job. She's doing a great job on the camera as well. Strongsville, that's Bass, gets the turnover there, passes it to the wrong team. Klanick, tough to the hole. Can she get the finish? Yes, he does. Throws this crowd into a frenzy.
And I'll tell you what, Dom, we talk about energy a lot, hot crowd tonight, and I just feel like Medina's come out with a little bit more urgency, a little bit more energy, and showing on the scoreboard.
This is what happened last year as well. Crowd was in the favor of Medina, and it fed these players with momentum.
So make that 12-5 the score.
Is Mutiera bringing the ball up to court? She's talking with Neal, trying to figure out what play to run. She'll get set. She'll try to drive to the hole. Pass here to the Zeki. Contested there by Abby Dress. Neal finds the Zeki. Tough finish and one once again. They're going back and forth trading blows.
And Strongsville needed that one. They went to their steady senior, again, the transfer after her freshman year out of Padua. This foul shot, by the way, brought to you by B.A. Sweetie, the world's most famous candy company, right here in our backyard. Maggie just gave B.A. Sweetie a big thumbs up. Check them out today on Brook Park Road, a candy lover's paradise.
So she'll go 0-1 on the free throws. Is Eddie Shook moving in transition? Gives the ball to Klinik. Deep three. Can she make it? Yes, she can.
Top three there by Olivia. And right now, 15-7, an 8-point lead. And you can probably count on one hand how many times this season Strongsville's been down by 8 points.
There's some trouble up top. The Zeki gives the ball to Boutier. Good cut. Not able to get it. And that'll be Shook that gathers it. Oh, tough contest in there. But they will give the foul there to Faith Rodak.
Yeah.
And she tried getting the ball back there, Vince.
She did. Faith Rodak, very, very aggressive tonight. Maybe you should listen to our opening when we said they were a four-headed monster and says, hey, wait a second. My name might not be on the roster, but I am our fifth.
Yeah, she was good for them last year. Tough player. Does a lot of good stuff on defense. She makes the shots that are needed on offense. She's a good player here for the starting lineup. Klinik looking to go to work here. Player on the ground. She falls to the ground as well. Can't make the three. The Zeki, she'll get the rebound. Butiera in transition, looking to get something going.
Yeah, Strongsville needs this. There's Sid the Kid.
And Butiera, she'll get fouled there. We'll be on the ground. No shot there. Let's see. That's a tough camera angle here. Not able to see everything there on the camera, but we'll try our best here.
Directly above, too.
Neal, hook shot. She's had a tough time, and we'll have a foul. Is in favor of Medina? Yes, it is, I believe.
Somebody on the line, or is this one on the floor?
I don't think anyone knows.
Oh, yeah. All right, turnover. Ball will go back to Medina. Now it's the fifth. But that being a defensive foul will not allow them to shoot just yet.
Corey Sweetheart now in the game. She replaces Gillian Kirka. She looks to be a super sub here from Medina. Is Olivia Klinik bringing the ball up to court. Gets the screen. Now a double team. Smart coaching decision there by Strongsville.
She dribbled right into that trap, Dahmer.
That was brilliant coaching there. When she comes off that screen, do not let her do what she wants. And that's exactly what they did. Vince, do we have more ad reads here?
We do, and I'll tell you what, I got a fresh haircut from Dave's Golden Shear Barbershop, and Maggie Lou over here is going to tell you why Dave's is the place to go.
Well, forever over a century of great haircuts, go where the pros go. Cut hair. They do the mostly men and boys. Stop in and express a good haircut today. When you do, we think you become not only a customer but a friend. Jenny's old-fashioned popcorn. From everything from caramel to cheddar, they have over 39 fantastic flavors, including dip dots for the kiddos. You can them anywhere popcorn is sold, and including Giant Eagle and Mark's.
Thank you
folks,
once again there, Maggie.
I'll tell you what, if she messed up that popcorn one, it's because I had a typo on the sheet. You could purchase them at Mark's and Giant Eagle, and that is on Daddy.
All right, here we go back to the action. Eddie Shook bringing the ball down the court. Klinik goes to drive, stops, shot. Oh, bounces up and in. Klinik. Strong outing here so far. 11 points here for the senior. Pass in the corner. There goes Bass. Oh, they're having a hard time on this end.
This is a hard place to shoot because of the depth perception here, Vince.
Yeah, now 17-7 Medina as Kleinick has it, top of the key. And I love when down is the scoreboard because it gives me a chance to do some P by P. Rebound by Kleinick.
Off the rim and out. Dezecki with the rebound gives the ball to Bass. Mustangs moving quick. Bass will stop, get the screen from Dezecki. They won't double team her. Neal in the corner, trying to give the ball on the post. Can't. Student section yelling at her, passes the ball in the corner. There goes Rodak off to Bass. Contested three. Dezecki with the rebound, looking to do something in the post. They're doing well. Boutiera shot off the. They have not scored in a while, Vince, as we have 15 seconds. Kleinick gives the ball to Shook. Shook looking to do something quick. Drives to the lane. Stopped. Yep, forearm shoved there by Shook.
And that's a painful miss there for Medina because in that situation, Dahmer, the Bees are going to want to hold for the last shot. And now not only do you pick up a needless foul on Shook, but now you give the Mustangs a chance to end this quarter with positive momentum, which really, truly, the coach would tell you it's been a miserable quarter for them. So now they have a chance to turn it around with one bucket.
5 seconds here. Gutierrez trying to do something quick. Gives the ball. They're in the corner to Bass. Bass, they can't get it. Time expires 17-7 as we head into the quarter break. Vince, what do you think has been the biggest factor so far on why Medina has this 10-point lead?
Well, we saw it right there, aggressive nature. They've been extremely aggressive, battling for every loose ball. First of all, and Bass just got fouled. I'm not one to knock a ref, but I don't know how they just missed that. She got drilled. Regardless, that has been the difference maker so far that I have personally seen. She got absolutely smoked, but overall, the aggressive nature of Medina has done the trick. Speaking of smoking, you know, Olmsted Smoke Shop is your one-stop destination for all things smoke and vape. They carry an extensive selection of vapes, hookahs, rolling papers, and tobacco. Also a wide variety of glass pipes and juices. And guys, please, we beg of you, 21 and over only. That aside, though, back to the game. This is a situation now. This is exactly where Medina wants to be. A double-digit lead at home that could really set the pace, Dahmer.
Yeah, Strongsville needs to get the ball moving quickly here, but they just haven't been in rhythm. That's been the biggest factor. Medina has played exactly the way they wanted to. They want to use the role players a little bit more. I know they want Dress to just make a few more of those shots, but she does well for them. She's come up big so far, but right now it's been Shook and it's been Kleinick. Kleinick with 11 points. Shook, I don't have her on the scoreboard right now.
Kleinick wants this one. Anytime you're a senior, you don't want to lose to your rival twice in 1 year. There's no guarantee you're going to see him in the playoffs. She wants this one bad, and she's been balling out. 17-7 to start.
Gutierrez looking to do something here. Dezecki back out to Bass. Bass for three. Can she get going? Yes, she can. Bass from three.
8-inch. Good job there on a Bass. She's had that open look a couple times tonight, and she's nailed it from that elbow.
Oh, there goes Kleinick from the free throw line. Can't go in. She probably should have kept going.
Beautiful crossover, though.
Oh, wow. She contested that one for Gutierrez. She is getting hounded all night. If she rolls that off the backboard and out, she will shoot two.
And I'll tell you what, folks, it might not always make for the best camera angles, but Maggie's doing a heck of a job tonight. And we can see it as we're right down on top of this action. Just the face that Olivia made just now. She is so intense. You love seeing that out of a kid. I mean, these young women are so passionate about what they're doing.
Gutierrez makes the first 17-11 your score. Oh, a little voice crack there for me, Vince.
It's an exciting night, my man. And Gutierrez nails both. Now 17-12. We mentioned earlier our sponsors. Guys, we need you. We need you bad. Vince.McKee at KeonSports.com. Hit me up. I'll cut you a deal.
Kleinick. Oh, she's getting trapped. Can't find someone. Is a timeout called? No, they'll call a foul there in Strongsville. Olivia Kleinick will look to take the ball out here. Off to the side there.
I'll tell you what, Don, we're speaking of sponsors. Our next timeout is just the perfect sponsor for this broadcast, and you will find out quickly when I read it. I'm going to leave you in suspense.
Can't wait for that sponsor there,
Gotta
Vince.
Cover it up so you can't even see it.
Molly Gilbert with the ball. First time they've had someone really be the primary ball handler there. They've had a game plan, and it is the trap clinic, and they've done it well.
Yep. Did another good job there, but unfortunately for Strongsville, it's another foul. And Bass. Did this answer third? Oh, yeah. Wow. So that's a big loss. Sydney Bass, 3 fouls, and there's still 7 minutes to play in the first half. I can't believe what I just heard.
Yeah, that's going to be big for them, their star player. Now they do still have some firepower on offense. Klinik into the short corner, contested shot, just skims off the rim, almost looked like an air ball to Zeki. Now in transition, Boutier, can she find someone? Yes, she will.
Wow.
Oh, the layup is long. This end is really messing with their depth perception. Oh, Klinik gets shoved. They're definitely going to call it there. That was a frustration foul by Madeline Klingsing.
It was, but I'll say this for Sydney Batira. I mean, she is so good for a sophomore. That was a beautiful pass. She has court vision, man. I mean, if I was her height, to have that kind of court vision, that's incredible. She's listed on the roster here. Let me double check this. I think 5'3", if I'm looking at this correctly, 5'4". But I mean, she plays like someone who's 6 feet tall.
Yeah, and she started last year. She showed flashes of being great, and she's showing it again here today. She's going to have a long career here in Strongsville. This Klinik looking for space, guarded by Boutiera in the short corner, brings it back out. Back to Klinik, long three, off the rim and out. Rebound there. Oh, another steal, and they'll call a foul. Medina playing hard, and it's working out in their favor.
It's working out in their favor, too, because these referees are not swallowing their whistle on anything they did at the very end of the first quarter, which was a foul. But, yeah, I mean, they're playing aggressive, and Medina making it work for them. Just saw, 17-12, a long way to go, but Strongsville cannot pile up these fouls right now. They got 4 already. We're not even 2 minutes in.
Ball there at the wing. That's Abby Dress. Gives the ball to Molly Gilbert, looking to set an offense up. Gets the screen there from Dress. Dress looks to shoot. She'll dribble. Now she'll shoot. In the three. She sinks it, Abby Dress.
Abby Dress making it count. And I told you in the opening, X Factor, you're seeing it. You're seeing it. There's Neal.
Neal from 3. She sinks it in response. Strongsville, they are not going out without a fight here and showing why they're one of the best teams in the state. 20-15 here. Klinik looking to do something big. Passes the ball. Oh, that could be trouble. Dress. So corral it. She is in trouble. Bounces it off the leg of Zeki. And it will stay on the side of Medina.
That's street ball, backyard ball, but it works. You got to do it sometimes. She had no choice. She had Z on
No,
top
that's
of her.
smart. I've done that plenty of times back in my day as well. Klinik, Boutier trying to slap the ball out or poke the ball out. They are playing physical here at the point of attack. Deep from 3. Out off the back of the rim. They'll move slow. There's Neal with Bass out. Neal might be the primary ball handler next to Boutiera. She pulls up from 3, and she sinks it from deep.
Now back-to-back threes by Kennedy Neal. They were down 20-12. Back-to-back threes by Neal. Just like that, 2-point game.
Klinik into the corner. Pass out to the wing, 4-3. And it's a 3 fest right here in Medina, thanks to Molly Gilbert.
There's Neal. Oh, go in.
Off the backboard.
How many in a row can we get? Welcome to Keon Sports, where we cheer for kids, and we are proud of it. But no, that was fun, man. You wanted to see 4 in a row there. What a game.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. 23-18, 4:35 here in the second quarter. It's been fast. This is most likely for the GCC title, or at least make it a tight race towards the end of the season. Klinik trapped in the corner, and she's tripped up.
God.
Wow, another foul. That's Madeline Klingsing. There again, she subbed in for Bass. Wow, at this rate,
I didn't like that foul. That was cheap.
maybe so. And again, we might talk about some calls here, but we appreciate the referees. If you want to be a referee or know someone who wants to be a referee, tell them to sign up. We're always looking for more referees here in the state of Ohio. Klinik with the free throw. Oh, in and out. That is uncharacteristic there for Klinik.
Oh, I'm very pro referee. Absolutely. I love these guys. I'm just saying there's been
No, you're all good, Vince. I say it anytime we comment about the ref. You're all good. Klinik avoiding to go 0-4. She'll go 1 for 2 on free throw shots.
I just want a timeout so I can read that extra special sponsorship that makes me think of us every time, but you're going to have to wait.
Gutierrez gets the screen from DeZeggy. DeZeggy up over, gets her own rebound, goes up again and sinks it. She's using her height to her advantage.
Now 24-20, a tight game as we thought it would be.
Oh, ball getting stuck there in the low block.
Oh,
travel has to be. Exactly that. Medina Strongsville fans came here in full force. There are so many people here that the Chick-fil-A cow is even here, Vince.
Yes, he is.
As he is.
I got to talk to Mrs. Shook, though. There was no Chick-fil-A sandwiches in the concession stand, so I'm not sure the correlation is yet. But he's here, though.
We'll have to file a complaint. Medina here again. Molly Gilbert. Still have the ball up top. Trying to give the ball to Klinick. They're not having her as the primary ball handler. Oh, and it might hurt them, and they'll call the foul there as Molly Gilbert fell on top to Faith Rodak as that ball is now in the possession of Strongsville.
Absolutely, and we just got a text message from Kelly McLean. While we're on the air, things are sounding good. And Kelly McLean of KMAC, all those three-pointers tonight have been brought to you by KMAC. There's been a flurry. I was actually in her office today. Great lady, great program. If you have a student athlete you want to send a D1 college, contact KMAC.
Neal for three, off the rim and out. There is a rebound by a new sub. That's Gillian Kirka looking to make an impact. Shook has the ball. Looking, gives the ball back to Kirka. To Klinick. Drives to the middle for three, off to the right, won't go in. Rebound there by Strongsville. Looking to go in transition. There she goes. That's Neal. Neal finds Rodak in the corner. Oh, and off is a B right there. Good contest from Kirka.
And you can tell now Strongsville kind of probably had the fear of God put into them after that first quarter. You can tell already they're playing a lot more aggressive than they did in that opening quarter.
Zaggy gives the ball to Neal. Neal looking to see her players set. She'll hand that ball off back to her point guard, Gutierrez, pardon me. Oh, filthy crossover. Now she's in trouble. Picked up her dribble. The Zeggy on the top here. 2:55 here to play in the second. Neal drives up, over, in. Yeah, that is in there. I thought it was on the floor there, the way he pointed at the ground, but no, it is in and one opportunity as they look to be down by just one.
Great job there, Kenny and Neal, and I bet you right now in Brunswick they're saying, I wish she played for us. Unbelievable job there by Neal. Yet again, she has kept Strongsville in this game, and now she's one foul shot away from going ahead and bringing them within one, and it looks like Klinick might have got a little banged up there.
So it'll still be a one-possession game to Zeggy. It could be tied here, or they could take the lead. Neal, oh! Wow, that was interesting. She caught the block there. Zeggy having a hard time getting the ball in there.
Man, Shook is physical. That's two Italians going nuts at the same moment right there, folks. We got a big old meatball kind of rolled on the table. Last meatball of dinner. But my God, is Shook a beast. I'll tell you what, that girl can't weigh more than 120 pounds, and she is ripped. I wouldn't mess with her. I mean, Z tried to get that ball, and that was slam fast.
You know, that was frustration there from Zeggy. Tried to get the ball back. No plan intended. Tried getting the ball, and just a tough collision. I'm glad both players are okay. She'll try for the first free throw. And we've had a really bad free throw game here from both teams here, Vince.
Yeah, neither team shooting well from the foul line, I must say. And when I shout out our guy down there, Ben Nichols, directly underneath the hoop. Ben, our top-notch photographer. The kid has a free pass to go anywhere in the world, it seems like. There it is. Foul shot good.
You know, I learned a lesson working with Ben Nichols. I worked with him probably more than really anyone else. And one thing I've learned about Ben is that if something is happening on the field, Ben's probably in the background somewhere.
Yes, he's there. Well, folks, the suspense is over. So this is the first ever all-Italian broadcast. We're going to get Maggie on the camera at least once here, folks. Look at that face. And guys, actually, we're gonna put on Maggie the whole time during this commercial break, and you just do whatever you want, sweetheart. But the sponsorship tonight, right? Look how cute she is. Cute little really.
That's your daughter. Related. That's your daughter.
She doesn't look like the mailman. All right. So, look, Frankie's Italian Cuisine, the all-Italian broadcast tonight. If you're looking for a place to enjoy a post-game meal and you love Italian food like Dahmer and I do, Frankie's Italian Cuisine has you covered. Meatball to lasagna, Visit them at 4641 Great Northern Boulevard in North Olmsted. And I can tell you, Dahmer, us being Italians, I mean, if we're going to go buy Italian food somewhere, it's got to be pretty damn good, right?
Of course.
Yeah, because
We have a standard. We have a standard.
You know it. So, Dahmer, here we are now. What a night this has been. I mean, 25-22. We're gonna take it off of Maggie. I know it makes me all sad. On the court. But what a game, huh, bud?
It's been fun so far. It's when I talked to you and said, hey, we need to do basketball again, the main reason I want to do basketball again, this game has to be broadcast.
Oh, absolutely. And I said, I wanted to sit on my fat butt tonight and watch Saturday night's main event, but this game was too big to pass up.
Yeah, you have Peacock.
Nah.
As Neal has the ball at the wing, Gutierrez, opposite wing now, back to Neal in the corner, 4-3.
Welcome to the Kennedy Neal Show. There, great job, K-Mac, loving that one. And just like that, Strongsville ties it up out of the timeout. Kennedy Neal on fire. 14 tonight.
Going to work here, spins to Klanik. Dress trying to get out of the way, find her spot. Klanik gives the ball top of the key. Shuck, 4-3.
That's Medina. K-Mac loves it. The official sponsor of the threes. Shook on that one, top of the key, nothing but net.
Vince is going to break the microphone here with the drainage calls. Gutierrez looking to go to work. Neal having a good game so far. Cannot deliver at the rim. She has been better at the three-point line than she has been near the rim, which is insane. But, I mean, it's not just her. Her entire team's had a tough time at the basket.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, they're driving in a lot, but it really seems like they've been relying on those outside shots tonight. Kennedy Neal at the line for two. First one up and in. And you're right, Dahmer. It seems like, I mean, they're taking a beating, though. Sometimes that can weigh in the back of your mind.
Yeah, anytime a team is out physicaling you, it's going to be in the back of your head at all times. Is this Klanik going at the other end, slows it down. Medina, they look to slow things down and then go to work from there. They can work fast, but Strongsville is one of the very best at the fast pace. Dress air balls. If she did get the rebound, it would have been a travel call. As they slow it down here, that's Neal. Neal looking to bring the ball up past the M for Medina. Picks up her dribble. Dezecki finds Rodak in the short corner, drains it from the short corner. We have a tie game once again, tied at 28, under a minute to play here in the second quarter.
Hard to believe Strongsville trailed it by 8 points at one point in this game, and they've slowly brought their way all the way back.
They've done a good job playing hard and sticking to their game plan, despite Bass being out. Pump fake, that was definitely a travel. Started moving before the ball was on the ground. Bass is going to go back in here on offense. It's a smart way to use your sub when she's in foul trouble. She's one of your very, very best players that you've really had in school history. Got to have her on the court here. This is a strong starting five for Strongsville. They have plenty of weapons. Medina crowd getting into it, Vince.
Got to be careful. That third foul you already have on Bass. That's the only thing preventing her right now. So she might just camp out by the three-point line.
Gutierrez the Bass. Crowd getting into it. Top of the key, 20 to play. She's slowing it down. They'll play for one last shot. No foul clock here in Ohio basketball. Dezecki looking to deliver a screen. She will. Bass looking to go to work. Drives. Find Dezecki. Dezecki up. 6 seconds left. There goes Shook. She'll try to move quick. 3 seconds left. They'll have to hold it deep. Deep shot, but that will be too hard. That will rocket off the basket there. We will head into halftime. Your score 28-28. What better than here being tied up with you, Vince? We will go into the break. We will.
I was going to put it on you.
We are going into the. I just looked. I just saw the camera facing the wall. We'll go into the break here. Do we have a little halftime presentation here, Vince? Or
well, I mean, we
can go to break here quickly.
I'm okay going to break for a quick
second.
Right,
we'll go to break. We'll have a little sponsor read here for you for halftime. We'll be back with the action in just under 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Run some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning. and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this, and reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Whew, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that, 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been. Happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option. This one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is one of the most exciting runners of a quarterback that I've seen.
And a reminder that this trip to the Red Zone has been brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center. Visit kelly-mac.com to learn more.
Hey folks, Vince McKee here with you, CEO and founder of Key On Sports Media Group. Hard to believe we're in our 6th season doing this already. It's been a lot of fun. Obviously, girls basketball, one of the things that put us on the map. Unfortunately, can't be doing this for free though, so we are in pretty desperate need of sponsorships right now. If you could email me, vince.mckee@keyonsports.com. I think a lot of people would be surprised with how affordable our rates are compared to other companies. And like I said, last thing we want to do is put paywalls on our content and charge people. We want to keep it free for you guys, but we need some help. Speaking of which, though, I mean, we are seen by over 10 million people a year, and it's because of the support we have from so many of the parents, so we do appreciate that. All right, that being said, a few more sponsors to finish out the night. Lally Handyman Service, from deck and fence rebuilding to indoor and outdoor remodeling. Lolly's Handyman Service has you covered. Repair, replace, and remodel with Lolly's Handyman Service. Give them a call, 216-789-2047. They've actually been out to my house quite a few times, build a fence, build a deck. Just a lot of great things. Also, Matthew Benedict with Gotcha Covered Avon. Their team of experienced design consultants are experts in helping you find the right window treatments for your home or business. Swing by their showroom at 2525 Nagel Road, Avon, to see for yourself. Well, it's tax season, folks, and Lou Grasso Accounting and Tax Services is where you want to go. Your taxes and accounting needs must be handled by the very best, so you can rest easy. You can have that comfort of knowing your money is being handled by the experts with Lou Grosso, Accounting and Tax Service. They prepare individual, corporate, nonprofit, and small business tax returns. Our final sponsor tonight, Christine Dort Photography. From sports to real life photos, don't let a big event go by without Christine Dort there to photograph it. Find her today on Facebook at ChristineDortPhotography.com on her website as well for all your photo needs. That will do it for tonight's sponsorship reads. Vince McKee alongside Maggie McKee and Dom Cleary. You're listening to a Keon Sports presentation. And we're going to bring Dahmer back in here before we take a break and begin the third quarter. As again, folks, hang with us. We'll be back in about 90 seconds to bring you the second half. Again, we'll be back in about 90 seconds and bring you the second half of action.
Run some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this, and reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that. 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them. Still 8 minutes to go, but continue to run the ball, run the clock, and you have an opportunity for a fresh set of downs before making it into the end zone.
Davis slipping through a couple tacklers, keeps the legs churning. Nobody could bring him down. Was touched back around the 8-yard line and just kept dragging defenders. And that's why he's the type of running back prospect we've been. Happened to the green wave on the other end. Here an option. This one going to be a pitch to the outside. Got a block and going to step into the end zone right around the corner. Nice blocking there by the wide receiver, setting that edge and giving some room for number 30, Andre Jenkins, the sophomore, to make his way into the end zone untouched. And also credit to Elijah Gray on that pitch, well timed on the driving once again, looking to get their first win of the season and break that 9-game win streak for Holy Name dating back to 2013. But right now, Holy Name, they need to get a stop here. I know it's early in this game, but things are trending the way of Normandy. And a lot of it's because of Elijah Gray, the quarterback, trying to make a man miss an open field. He does. Past the 15-yard line, slips past the tackler, cuts inside, and he's going to barrel his way into the end zone. I'll tell you what's more slippery than that football tonight, and that is the quarterback, Elijah Gray. Nobody can bring that man down.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is one of the most exciting runners of a quarterback that I've seen.
And a reminder that this trip to the red zone has been brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center.
We are back here in Medina. The scoreboard's currently lying. It is 28-28. As you can hear Zombie Nation playing in the background, this is not a whiteout game at Happy Valley, but this is a closely contested game here at Medina. Is Strongsville currently on top of the GCC? Medina looks to contest that, give them their lone GCC loss. Right now, Medina, they had the upper hand. It's 28-28, Vince. Second half, here we go.
I'm pumped. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm pumped. Let's go. Let's go.
As Medina, they'll be coming our way. They're wearing the white with the green accents. If you're just joining us, Abby Shook finishing strong. Medina back with the lead again.
Great job there by Shook. Right in the face of Z. Didn't blink. Put it up. Scored on her. I want to see some points out of Cindy Matera this half.
There goes Bass. If you want to see points, she's usually the girl for you. But having a tough day, mainly because of the foul troubles, that's Faith Rodak. She'll contest that and keep that on the Strongsville and the far end. Again, Strongsville wearing black with the pink accents. They're usually black and green, but wearing pink here today with the black. Bass in the corner, back to the Zeggy. Oh, nice move. Finish strong. Yes, she can. No, she can't. Wow. Thought that was going in from here.
Good pivot foot action on that one.
Yes, she's good into the post. Klanick. Oh, off the backboard. Can't get it in. Rebound there from Medina, but blocked there by Bass. Which way is it going? It's going in the way of Strongsville.
Now, this is a chance for Strongsville to take their first lead of the game if they can hit a three, but regardless, even a two ties it up and really keeps within reach like they've been all game long.
So actually, it'll be their second lead of the game, Vince. They had the first lead of the game. Routier to the Zeggy. Can't finish strong because she's fouled there by Molly Gilbert. The Zeggy for 2 free throws. I don't think, have we had someone make 2 free throws today?
No, I don't think so. And yeah, you're right, though. First time in a long time, I should have said. Yep, 30-28 is where we stand.
We're going to have 2 subs. Molly Gilbert's already in. We'll have 1 sub, pardon me. I believe that will be Gillian Kirka. Will be in for Molly Gilbert. She must be in foul trouble. Her name's removed off the board, so not able to tell. The Zaggy sinks both, tie ball game. Here, all at 30.
As you just said, has anybody sunk both? And Z made it count.
Medina, top of the key there by Klanick, looking to get something going. Throws it at the rim there, not able to get it in.
Good job out of Batera to contest that shot.
Strongsville once again, top of the key. Neal, tough at the basket and sinks it. Oh, and she's talking smack talk as well. She's having a heck of a game.
Yes,
she has 17.
Now 32-30, Strongsville in the lead. And Kennedy Neal, a major reason why.
Yeah, Katie Neal has been the star here today. She's picked up the slack due to the Bass's foul troubles here today. Right now it's Boutier, gives the ball to Neal. One hands it like Jordan. No, passes it out. The Zeggy will have to go out for it. Oh, almost travels. She got to be careful. Puts the ball on the ground here, gives the ball to Bass. They're at the foul line. Bass goes up, but she is not fouled. The ball will go out of bounds. Good contest there by Jillian Kirka.
And right now, Medina needs to get through this. I talked about those cold spells for them coming out into the second half and against Highland and Mags. They cannot let it happen again.
Ooh. Rodak tried to do over the back there. I think that's a foul there on Abby Dress. That will be on the ground. So Strongsville will maintain possession. We'll have another sub here from Medina.
Oh, wide open.
Oh, and one once again. Neal having a heck of a game. 4-point lead here for Strongsville. It could be 5.
Well, Coach Karen Case is not going to like that one. An inbound play where you have a major mismatch occur, and then a wide open spin there, move there for Kennedy Neal. And that's one of those coaching things that's going to keep you up at night. As that's just the kind of thing that cannot happen.
Because we have a Medina player we don't have a number here for. Well, if her name gets called, we'll make sure to listen for it. Is Klanick will bring the ball up the court, down 5. Biggest lead of the day for Strongsville. Tries to find Shook. Deflected there by Strongsville. Goes out of bounds. The Medina student sections, the most silent they've been all day.
As Dom said, 35-30 as we stand here. 5:42 mark of the third quarter. Live from Medina High School.
Dress hands the ball off to the guard. Oh, how do you do? Beautiful finish at the basket. Oh, she just goes over the Zeggy. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that's like take the 2 points and a shove. I don't want to mess with Zook in a dark alley. I'm sorry, Shook. My goodness, is she tough.
Kara, oh, great grab there by Dress. Finds Shook once again.
Beautiful job there. And this is what Medina needed, Dahmer. They needed that spark. They led all games. All of a sudden, they're down 5. What are they going to do? Are they going to fold and go away? Are they going to answer? They've answered. Beautiful job there by Shook, putting it on her shoulders right now. Just an amazing, amazing job there.
Shook, free throw. 1 for 1 on those free throws. We are all tied at 35. Strongsville looking to retain the lead here. That's Bass. She has 3 fouls. Here early in the game is when she got them. Only 3 points for her. Hasn't been her day so far, but it's been Neal's day. Speaking of Neal, she'll drive, step back, shot long. Rebound there by Rodak. She'll keep that on the ground on the side of Strongsville. Neal drives again, goes to kick it out. Oh, she'll for two B's.
I'll tell
And
you
they call
what,
that a blocking. They'll count that,
they
Vince.
will. They will. And I'll tell you what, it's a good play. She had Sydney Patera wide open for 3. She could have dished it, but she went ahead and might be a 3-point play anyways. Can't really criticize the girl with the kind of night she's having.
When you have, I had a coach growing up that used to say, shoot till you get hot. When you get hot, keep shooting. And that's exactly what she's doing here today. That is one of my favorite basketball sayings that isn't like widely a saying. I one, I think it's funny, and 2, it's true. Is she makes her free throw 38-35. The score, Strongsville with the 3-point lead. Addie Shook, pardon me, gives the ball to Klinik. Klinik in the corner on Gutierrez. Well, she has struggled this half. Early in the half, only 4:30 here to play here in the third quarter. Gutierrez bringing the ball up quick. She'll stop, then she'll go again. Spin move, middle of the lane, throws it up the sophomore. 40-35.
That sure was pretty. What a move there. Dahmer Owens in front of the same shoot your way out of it. Also good. That's got to be on the floor.
Do they call that and 1? I think they're calling that on the floor. Yes, they do.
Yeah, Dom, I mean, what did I say? Is Medina going to sit down and fold? They didn't. All of a sudden, Strongsville, boom, just like that, right back up by 5. And here comes Medina showing a lot of heart.
No, this has been a fun game. Both teams, like 2 heavyweight fighters. Dress gets fouled. Shows 2 free throws here. And who was that? Who was that on? That was on Neal. Neal, 2 fouls. 3 fouls on Neal now. Something to look for. We'll do a little foul check here.
No doubt.
It seems like all the Battling Bees not in foul trouble. Only 2 for 2 players there, so they're good there. But Strongsville, they have 3 players in foul trouble. They have Neal, they have Bass, and they have DeZeggy also in foul trouble. Free throw there by Dress is out. 40-36. Still a Strongsville lead.
And that can spell the difference, that foul trouble. And they're up by 4, but still, Bass got hammered. That's on the floor.
Foul there on Kirka. Tried reaching in there. Bass, the bigger body. Kirka trying to play physical as well, but also Bass to the line. Dunn has 5 fouls in this quarter. And I lied. There is a Battling Bee, and it is Kirka that has the 3 fouls. Yes, it is. First one in there for Bass.
Bass has done a good job after picking up those 3 fouls, Dahmer. In that first quarter, she's been very careful since, has not picked up another one.
Yeah, also it feels like Medina's not attacking her really. And the help defense has been there where she's not been able, or she hasn't really had to really help inside too much.
Oh, a 6-point lead for the Mustangs.
Klinik to Kirka. Kirka looks to drive. Floater like Curry, bounces off the back of the basket. Rebound there by Gaddick. 3. Oh, wow. She is having a trouble even finding the rim right now. That is Neal. She's been on fire here today. Gets blocked there. Shook hit in the face, but she's in transition. Gutierrez gets it off her foot. She falls on it, and then it will go in Strongsville's way. I cannot believe something was not called there.
Well, Shook tried to chase that one down, but just got a little bit too far away from her. Kind of wrangle it in. Still, this game is in reach right now. 6 points, but I'll tell you what, Medina needs a stop right now. They need a stop.
Yes, they do. They need it badly. Bass will hand it off to Gutierrez. It's on the extended wing here. Drives towards the middle, step back, pump fake there to Bass. Bass goes up, fouled. And what's that on Kirka? That could be huge here. They might be missing their power sub.
Let's see.
On the 9 foul by number 3.
That's on Gasick.
Yep, Gasick it is. You pronounce that better than I did. Tough night with that name. When you do play-by-play, you don't have a pronunciation guide. Sometimes there's going to be names that you pronounce better than others. That is one of them I'm struggling with here today.
Well, that's why I've said Z the entire time. I haven't even chance trying to say the young lady's full name.
Dozegi.
Shot good, by the way, my bad. Hey, you called me and said you want a new color. I'm like, all right, we're good. We're good.
I never mentioned anything about you pronouncing names now.
No.
Second free throw there, good by Bass. As I'm grateful Vince is joining me here today. A lot of the people that traditionally do color or play-by-play weren't available, and Vince said, shoot, why not me? As Klinick on the wing gets the screen there by Dress, throws it up. No foul called. Oh, wow. They are just being physical.
Ooh. Planet just got away with one. Are they going to call 1-2 on this, or they're going to call a jump? So Olivia fouled her. Yep, there's a foul. I thought for a second they were going to give her the jump ball there, Dahmer, but it was definitely, she was reaching on her arm like a
Ali
jumbo
Gasick
kid.
currently on the ground.
Oh, sorry.
Holding her knee. No, you're all okay, Vince.
Yeah,
We will go to show you some highlights here. We'll go to the break.
Please
We'll be
do.
back shortly, and hopefully with a positive update.
Run some type of rule out here if they're going to pass it, but there is an overhang on the right. They need to be careful.
Roxandich, the keeper, up the middle, keeps the legs churning, and he fought for that football. It was nearly ripped out of his hands by the edge rusher there. That was defensive end number 53, Rodney Harris, who nearly ripped that out of the arms of Roxandich, and Roxandich said, nope, give me that. I'm holding on to this, and reaches that arm towards the plane, broke it, and that's a touchdown and now a lead for the Blue Devils.
Woo, I got chills here, Cole. This is a huge crowd here for Brunswick here tonight, and Roxandich gave them something to cheer for. Going in, a lot of people doubted Brunswick. It's an early lead. They have to stay consistent. Anytime this Cleveland Heights team has their talented players, their smart players on the field, they have a chance to win the game. They need to be a little bit more. The adrenaline stops you. They need to get back up to that pace here.
First and goal from the 10-yard line. Davis bouncing it to the outside, and he's going to walk into the end zone untouched, and just like that, 4 plays, 4 runs, all carries for Marquise Davis, a guy who ran for 333 yards last week and 4 touchdowns. Did not have a big first half. It was quiet, and he shows up on the first drive right when the Tigers need him, 10-6.
You know, he gets that edge. There's no one that can catch him. There needs to be someone right in front of him if they want any hopes of stopping Marquise Davis. He has that.
If you're Cleveland Heights, you can use Brunswick's game against them.
All right, Ali Gasick helped off the court here, getting treatment. Hopefully, only positive news for the young lady. Was playing physical. Hopefully, she's all okay for future games. Is Dozegi, she'll shoot free throws here.
I think it's a 10-point game. I mean, Dahmer, she just made that one, so now they're up by 9. Does this feel like a 10-point game to you? Doesn't to me?
You know what? But it has been recently. Medina hasn't been able to throw a beach ball into the ocean right now.
Jeez.
They're having a hard time.
Sorry, Coach Case. I think she knows it's true.
Well, no, I mean,
They-
again,
well, they've had this close ball all year.
but earlier they could throw a tennis ball into a sewage drain.
Smoke through a keyhole.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, that's the game. Basketball is a game of flow. Here, Shook looking to change that there. Beautiful contested shot. They're 46-38 with 2:35 here to go in the third.
I thought Sydney Bass looks like a basketball player too. I mean, that family just produces them. Love watching her play. Love watching her older sister play. There it is. I mean, just perfect.
Yeah, basketball runs deep in that family there. 10-point ball game once again. Planek looking to go to work, passes the ball out. 3. Long 3 off the backboard, but the bank is not open here today. It's too late for that. Vince Bass in transition. Will she stop at the 3-point line? No. She'll give it to Dozegi. A tough finish. 12-point lead here for Strongsville, and that's exactly what they do.
Just wanted to see Z dunk that one. Her and Kennedy Neal are having a night.
Planik, physical. Stops, shot, long. She's been really strong on the shots here today. Tries to contest that from DeZeghi. Won't go. Here we go once again. Speed move. The basket. Drop in. Yes, it does.
Sid the Kid. City Ventura.
Sydney Boutiera has been phenomenal.
That is a sophomore, folks.
In a game changer for this program. When you have a last year a freshman, this year a sophomore who's able to be your starting point guard, make strong decisions. And we don't have any more reads right now, do we?
No, I mean,
okay, can we talk through?
Yeah, so, I got a point about Sid,
yeah,
so go right ahead.
One thing, and you know, my dad coaches girls basketball, the smallest girls basketball team in the state of Pennsylvania, right? And he has 5 freshmen. Right? They're all 14. They're not even 15 years old yet.
Oh.
And the decision making, they make decisions like a 14-year-old would make, right? She doesn't do that. She makes the decisions that a college basketball player would make.
Oh, yeah.
And there's some things you can't teach. It's maturing with the game. Boutiera, she's very mature in this game. Since she's been starting here for Strongsville. I mean, they've lucked out with how good and how smart she's been.
Her dad, Angelo Boutiera, a three sport athlete himself back in high school and college, so that definitely runs in the family as well. But yeah, no joke. Talked with Jay Valadez, one of our sponsors, but also he coached at Amherst, he coached at Padua, has Great Lakes Training Center. And, you know, Jay was telling me before last season began to watch out for Boutiera. He gave me a list of about 4 girls to watch out for. She was on the top of that list. Her, Alana Pagan from Avon, Brooke Schroeder, I believe it is, from North Ridgeville, and I forget the 4th on the top of my head, and the kid's a stud too, I should remember. But regardless, Liz Ling and Bruder and Dewey, the triples from River. Long story short, Boutiera was on the top of that list, and she's shown you why. And as you said, for a 14 and 15-year-old girl to play that well, maybe even pushing 16, extremely, extremely impressive.
The corner there, stop, shot, bounces out. Medina having trouble. Third quarter's been their worst quarter so far. There goes Bass. Oh, almost carries it there, but kept her hand above it. DeZeghi looking to pass to Bass. Bass in the post. She'll come out to DeZeghi. DeZeghi will drop down. Back out to Boutiera, the girl we were just talking about. Oh, great dribble move.
Again.
Step back, pass out wide. There goes Neal. 4-3 out. There goes Shuck going opposite. Yeah, I really thought that was going to go in there. It's been in her favor.
Nice.
Oh, off the glass. Just kisses the glass. There from Medina.
Great shot
45 seconds here. Phenomenal shot, Vince.
Great shot by Olivia. And I'll tell you what, if they don't come back tonight, you know, eventually, though, Medina, if they want to make a run in this postseason, they need to figure out these third quarters in big games, because this is another third quarter egg, another big game.
Boutiera being guarded by the young lady we still don't have the name of yet. Hopefully we find that out here soon. Oh, wow, she's on skates right now. Boutiera, 20 seconds, goes to make a move, drives to the basket, throws it up. That'll be long. DeZeghi just puts her hand up. 13 seconds. There goes Klanik to the rim. Physical. Goes up. Over. Oh, it goes out. DeZeghi in transition. Tries to find someone deep. Neal won't get it. Wow, it bounced off a B and one. No. So just get the free throws here with 2 seconds.
I'll tell you what. I mean, not much more you can do than you just did if you're Olivia Klanik. Sometimes the shots just don't go in. But, man, is that kid playing her butt off tonight. She really is.
She always does.
Just having
a tough second half.
Neal is taking the beating, though. And, you know, it's too early to name a player of the game. We still got a quarter to go. But when you look at Kennedy Neal, and my gosh, I hope she's okay. She's kind of grabbing her nose right now. Might be a little bludgeoned. But when you look at what Kennedy Neal has done tonight, to me, she was the game saver for Strongsville and the game changer for Strongsville. Because in that second quarter, when they were down, she just went ahead and helped them turn it around. And Dom, it looks like we might need to play some clips here in a second.
No, I think we're all good.
Okay.
Just
a little bloody nose.
Yeah, just bloody nose to change the jersey. We won't get striked for that here on YouTube.
Nah, we're good. We're good. YouTube. So Dahmer, I gotta tell you, man, it's funny. I love hearing you tell the stories about your dad. You know, we've joked around a lot about being Italian, but it's the truth. And it's like you take your family values with you everywhere you go.
Absolutely.
You can live in a different state, but there's so many things that reflect back. For you now, though, in, you know, the communities that you've seen calling games with Cole and Brandon and Darian, you know, I would have to believe, because you guys have probably been in Medina more than any other city.
Medina
over
and Brunswick.
Medina and Brunswick. And there's something about this community. I know they're down by 12 tonight, and it's probably not looking real good for him. But there's something about this Medina community. It's almost impossible not to love. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think with especially with me who, I'm not from the Cleveland area. I'd like to
Right.
live in the Cleveland area, have a family one day in the Cleveland area. And so I'm always like, when I meet people, it's always like, I'll text my girlfriend like, maybe this town, maybe this town, maybe this town. And she doesn't know the area really at all, so she trusts me. And Medina is one of those areas where, you circle on the long list of some of the areas that you really like. And,
Sure.
Medina has been a great community. Strongsville as well. When I went to Baldwin Wallace,
Yeah.
we would spend a lot of time in Strongsville.
I thought for sure Cole was going to stay here and move to Medina. I mean, I know how much he liked it as well.
Mhm.
It's funny too because guys, you never know. Looking at Dom and I and stuff, the unbelievably cute girls that we get to go home to every night between Emily and Faith. Like, you talk about two people out kicking their coverage. But anyways, 52-40. I mean, 1 week away from the Royal Rumble, by the way. Make sure to text message us your predictions. Number 11 to the line.
Free throw there. So since Neil can't shoot free throws, that means her sub is now shooting free throws. That is Madeline Klingsing. We haven't seen her since the first half. She'll just make one. Clock now ticking. Shot there by Shook. Oh, off the rim. Wow. Almost got that one to go.
Almost missed that one completely.
53-40. We'll take. You know what? We'll keep it here. We won't go to break. We'll keep talking. Vince, what does Medina have to do here if they want to not just get in the game but win it as well?
They need to score at least 14 more points than Strongsville does this quarter. That'd probably be the number one thing they should do if they're down by 13. But all joking aside, Dom, they need to get back to that first quarter that they played. That first quarter that they played, really the first 2 minutes of the second quarter as well. First 10 minutes of the game, I'll say that. They played hard and gritty and battled and battled and battled. I know that's tough to do for 4 quarters, no matter what the sport is. I know it's tough, but they're going to have to play harder now in this fourth quarter. I'm talking diving for loose balls and just being a pest. The fouls reset at 0 at the start of every quarter, right? Your personal fouls don't, but your team fouls do. So use your first 4 fouls if you have to. Make sure all of them count and just really do whatever you can to disrupt Strongsville's flow. And I kind of feel that through the entire time out telling you about this, but I just feel like Strongsville right now is shooting with confidence. You have to start making them second guess it. City Butiera is making you look foolish.
Yeah, she's done a good job handling the ball. Only 8 points to her name. Neil has been the huge factor with 23. It's just, most teams have one great player and they're complemented with a lot of good ones. This team truly has 3, 4, 5 stars on this team, Vince.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, and they're just growing this program. It's leaps and bounds better than it was 5 years ago. And that's no knock on head coach Don Hooks, who's now an assistant. It's just you play the kids who come to your school. That's simple.
Klanick trying to make something happen. Finished at the basket. No. Off the rim. Everything has been long. It will stay on Medina's side. And last year here at Medina, Klanick couldn't get her shot going. Why she had such a great game last year was because she was finishing at the basket. She struggled to do that here today. Shook. Oh, she'll get the foul, though. She slides across the floor. You see, the bench here for Medina is excited. That's exactly what they want from this team here. Be physical, be tough, and get fouls. Get this team in foul trouble here.
Yeah, they needed to come out hard and gritty, and that's what they're doing. And like you said, foul trouble. That's now Z's fourth. Shout out to Strongsville alumnus girls basketball player Jessica Snyder. Went on to become a teacher at St. Brendan's in North Olmsted. Also Madison Frombach. So they are just loaded with excellent alumni at that school. And, I mean, now the girls basketball program is about as good as I've ever seen it.
No one knows really more about girls basketball than you, Vince. You've covered it for a while here in Northeast Ohio.
Thank you, sir.
So if anyone knows the flows of these programs, it's you. Bass, Zegi, turns, faces the basket. She is a good passer, no movement helping her. Boutier, she picks up her dribble, trying to give it to Boutier up. Boutier will stop, put the ball on the ground, looking for Zegi, where she finished. She'll roll that on the ground. Call a kickball, good call there. Smart call. It may have been a tad late, but I think he just realized that moved too quick there to make a call at the correct time.
Sure, yeah.
So ball under the hoop here.
Sometimes
Bass will be the one to pass it out.
Sometimes you don't have the whistle in your mouth either. It happens.
No.
And I mean, all in all, I mean, there's maybe been a couple calls, but all in all, I think this has been a very well officiated game.
No, they done phenomenal. It's been weird for the balance has changed. First half we had a lot of foul calls. The third half they're just trying to tempers flare, pushing and shoving. They're trying to keep everything in check, but they've done a good job. Even though they haven't called a lot of fouls here in the second half.
And the trainer almost had to put on her hazmat suit as she ran out there, but it looks like it's going to be able to be cleaned up on the floor.
And also, we talk about how much we appreciate the rest, but athletic trainers, thank you for everything you do. My buddy was an athletic trainer for a while. He moved out of athletics now, but I know how hard that job is and how demanding, and it's a tough job, man. These trainers, they care about these kids, so thank you for everything they do.
Oh, absolutely. No, and none of us are millionaires, folks. I can guarantee you that. It's a labor of love.
Neil 3 once again having a Neil.
Drainage. She nailed it. I bet you're not the flood at that time. Oh, there's Olivia to the deck. She got drilled. Kennedy nails the player of this game. I realize we got 6:40 to go, but she's been the difference easily.
Absolutely, Vince. She has been phenomenal. 26 points. She has a chance to be well over 30 here tonight. Young lady's having a great night. Transfer from Brunswick. She's been really helped take this team to the next level. That ball is short. You can tell she's disappointed.
Well, Olivia's a good kid, right? She's going to be the first one to thank Jesus Christ and just a great kid, the kind of young athlete I want my daughter to mold herself after. I would never say anything to knock her. The only thing I will say is that in these huge games, she's got to find a way to score a little bit more. That's all. Find a way.
And she's a phenomenal young lady. She's going to have a great future at Coastal Carolina, where she'll get her degree, play basketball in the process. That's Neil. I mean, she is having a heck of a night. 28 points, 58-43 with 6 minutes left. Klanick trying to finish strong. She's not getting the shooter's luck. Can she get the tie-up? And it will go in Strongsville's direction.
Well, and now it's at the point, too, where Strongsville could really take their time. A little over 6 minutes to go. As we've discussed plenty of times on this network, there's no shot clock in Ohio high school basketball. So being up by 15 with 6:11 to go, they might work it around a little bit more than normal here. Nope.
Now they'll move quick, pass. Go float that right in, 60-43.
That'll do it. Yeah, buddy. I mean, and good job out of Bass. I mean, they let her have it wide open. Why not? Go right in for it now. Now you're up by 17 with 6 minutes to go.
We didn't see her at all pretty much in that second quarter. And they said, you know what? We don't care about the fouls anymore. We want her in the game, and she's made an impact so far. And they have these LED boards where they play the ads, and then the stats go away.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing?
20 points, though. 20 plus. I think at 26 for Neil. Maybe that was the stat you were looking for.
Neil 28. More looking for Bass's points and fouls. Still three fouls for the young lady. And interested to see where her points are, but we're currently looking at a concession stand still open sign on the scoreboard.
Indeed. And as the Magnificat coach sits over there, the assistant coach who's always been so good to me, that program just treats me like royalty. Can't say enough good things about Mags. But now I'm going to have to go ahead and bash them. No, I'm not.
Maybe we'll cover a Mags game one day.
We should, but Strongsville,
small gym,
very small. But I've seen a ton of Magnificat games, and I got to say, watching Strongsville play once, they are better. Not by a ton, but that is a matchup I would love to see.
Trying to make space here. We'll get fouled. Strongsville's done a good job of taking Shook out of the game and limiting her impact.
Yep. Agreed. Man, and that's saying it, and the kid's got 16 points, but I know what you mean. Mm-hmm. Her, and I mean, Klanick has 15, but it doesn't feel that way.
No, it does not. Oh, quick delivery. what the doctor ordered, 60-46 here. They need to stop in another 3 if they want to get this game to be a little bit closer here.
Drainage and all 3-pointers tonight brought to you by KMAC. That's Kelly McLean Achievement Center.
Bass guarded by Shook. Gutierrez for 3, long 3, sinks it.
Drainage and that 3-pointer brought to you by Kelly McLean Achievement Center.
And there goes the little floater. No sponsor there, no drainage there as well. 63-48 is the score. I have to keep looking down, changing the score. They're going back to back in shots and makes here. That is Rodak. Turnover there in transition is Medina. That's Dress. Tries to get ball to Klanick, but she'll be out of bounds.
How about Maggie in her rookie effort tonight as camera girl? Nice job, Beaner. This camera's about as small as you are, but it works pretty well, doesn't it? That's right. Only the best for my employees.
And her payment for tonight, she gets to eat.
That's right.
And there comes Bass.
2 points.
Little 2 points there, 65-48. I'll change the score when we have a moment. Klanick for 3, off the rim and out. Oh, Dozegi falls to the ground, can't get it. They're playing tough here at Medina. 65-48. There's still a chance for Medina to get back in this game with 4:28 left to play, but they got to be quick.
The battle within the battle tonight between Z and Shook. It's so hard for me not to call Addie Shook Janelle Shook. You know, I'm friends with you mentioned I know the backstories and the histories of all the families, being friends with their parents. It's so weird. You know, it takes everything I have not to call her Janelle, but Addie Shook really is playing her butt off tonight. She's been taking a beating out there.
I had that problem with some players that have siblings that play.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid Rockville County has a younger brother. I'm positive he doesn't, but imagine if he did.
Well,
trying to call that game.
Elmstead Falls, the Radnicki family,
Oh,
there's like 7 boys.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like every year there's another Radnicki playing on the field. Gutierrez gives the ball to Dzegi, trying to give it to Neal, but Shook playing tough defense. Dzegi across the court to Rodak, to Bass in the corner. She'll drive baseline, goes up. Wow, she gets hacked, hit in the face. Hey, credit to Medina there, not giving up. They're playing tough.
And guys, we're going to do our best to get some interviews after the game, so make sure you go ahead and we'll put those up on YouTube as some YouTube shorts. Check us out probably by tomorrow. They should be posted, if not later tonight. But I think we need
They'll be up.
track
They'll
down
be
Kennedy.
up later tonight.
Awesome. I think we need to track down Kennedy Neal for some post-game audio. But she's not somewhere in an ice bath. She took a beating. Poor kid.
Yeah,
I wouldn't blame her if she says, guys, go away. I need to go get some rest. I ain't going to blame her. But this has been a fun one, Dom. I mean, 65-48. Not the game I thought. I thought, especially when it's tied at halftime, I really thought it would stay 1 or 2 possessions the rest of the game.
Meeks the second, 66-68. This could be a 20-point game if Medina can't respond. Shook, she does respond. 66-50 the score here. 3:41 here to play.
Beautiful spin move on the inside there by Shook as Addie just took it over.
Bass, the Dzegi, the Gutierrez. Yeah, playing tight defense there. Oh, spin move, open in the lane.
God.
No shot.
They're going to call on the ground, but man, is that a nice move. We've seen Sydney do that at least 4 times tonight. Somewhere in this crowd heard her dad Ansel saying, I taught her that.
Next year there's gonna be some changes on this roster. Yeah, Gutierrez is gonna be
she'll be the leader.
She'll be the leader. She'll be the only one in the starting roster that will return. The Dzegi passes the ball to Bass. Beautiful pass. I told you at the beginning how good her vision is. Beautiful vision there by the Dzegi. Finds Bass on the cut.
Sure
68-50.
He called that one perfectly. Now 68-50, as you said. And Medina in the world of hurt. Nice shot there by Liv.
Medina fighting strong. Could it be too little, too late with under 3 minutes here to play? Strongsville. Gutierrez draws the foul on there by Shook. Shook, that will be her 4th.
We got Ben Nichols joining us up here in the booth, our talented photographer. Ben Nichols. Trying to see if he wants to come over and do some color, but He kind of looks like a little oblivious.
No, he's focused,
He's focused.
As he always is. Yeah.
Ben, you want to do some color? You want to do some color on air? What? You want to do some color? Yeah. All right, folks. Ben Nichols taking over for Vince McKee.
Good. Cannot finish there by Buttiera. Ben, we'll get to you here shortly here, as right now Klanick for three, fades away off the rim. Can they get the rebound? That's Dress. Dress looks up, puts the ball on the ground, kicks the ball out. 4-3. Oh, air ball short. DeZeghi now with the ball. He gets hit in the face while she's getting abused here tonight. Ben, how is it? How's everything going down there doing photography down there?
It's going extremely well down there. I think that Medina just, they're really struggling on the offensive side. They're trying to force a lot of shots, but Strongsville just getting right down the court. They're in transition, just doing amazing, finding the open person, and they're just playing really smart, good Spurs-like basketball right now.
So how physical has it been down there? You kind of have a better angle being down there. You're probably hearing people getting slapped in the face. I mean, we've seen players walk out with bloody noses. So how physical has it been down there from your angle being a photographer?
Well, Sydney Bass for Strongsville, she's absolutely dominating down on there in the post, and she's the most physical one out of anybody on the court right now. Then you have the sprinkles of other Medina players in there, but right now she is one of the best and just one of the most physical players in the gym currently. She wants to win this ball game.
Bass, she'll hit that second free throw there after missing the first. 69-52. So, Ben, talk about your role with the company and what you do independently as well in kind of your journey of being a photographer. You've been in a lot of cool places. So how about you talk about that as we're on the break?
Well, I met Vince last year. We've been on a lot of stuff together. We've done a lot of great stuff. Been to a lot of Guardians games and stuff. We finally got into Ohio State this year. It was a really, really great opportunity for us. We'd worked hard for that. We'd worked really, really hard for that Ohio State, and we finally get in week 1 against Akron, and then we go up to Madison Square Garden, and it is amazing up there. And we got to shoot in the biggest arena, one of the biggest games all season, Kentucky, and Ohio State knocked them off. It was amazing. And then obviously, I have the connections to Colorado and stuff. We go out to Colorado all the time. It's really, really awesome. So. Really, really awesome.
Now, what do you have here coming up for yourself here?
Coming up Thursday, we have the East-West All-Star game. It's going to be great. And then Friday, heading down to Houston for the Ashland University baseball. And then Saturday, might be some Travis Scott sprinkled in there.
How excited are you for that?
Super excited. But I'm excited for next year, Keon Sports. I think it's going to be a great year. We're going to have a great time next year. Everything that's coming. We got some really big credentials coming.
All right, we get back to the action here. I can say Ben does phenomenal work. He's helped me out a ton. We first met in the wagon wheel game just a year ago where Akron got their first wagon wheel title. Deep 69-55 is Ben, you're going to have to hold off about us talking about you right now. Klanick demands the attention as Medina trying to get a full court trap here. DeZeghi, she'll go down to the ground. And Klanick, how many fouls there? This will just be her third.
See, that's that physical aspect that we're talking about. Players on the ground, there's blood on the court. It's really producing a big atmosphere here. It's not just a simple girls basketball game. This is a big game for both schools. Gym's packed. Looks awesome.
Now, you talked about Madison Square Garden, and there's been a lot of boxing fights in Madison Square Garden. This is similar to a boxing fight. It's two heavyweight brawlers battling it out. The eyes are all puffed up like it's Rocky versus Creed. And the crowd has been loud all day, 72-55. Klanick looking to hit a big three. Almost does carries there. There goes Shook. Baseline goes up. All ball up again. There goes the layup by who's number 25. Don't have a name here for her. Tight defense there by Shook. Buttiera, oh, wow, can she dribble well. Bass gives the ball back to Buttiera. Klanick playing tight. The count has started. Foul called. Forearm shove. 71-57 to score. Oh, wow, platoon subbing here from Medina. Looks like they are going to say we're going to live to fight another day. With 1:31 left, it is the right decision to make. as they get a ovation from the crowd. They had a good effort. I know they're disappointed, not the game that they wanted here today, but they played tough and until late had an opportunity to win it. Gutierrez will make the free throw, 73-57. Almost a steal there as the starters for Strongsville still in the court as the Medina subs now on Gutierrez, up and under, just like Akeem the Dream, able to do the up and under, and it's all good. 75-57, 1:15 to play. So where'd my notes go? I had a thing that had their next four opponents. I can't find it. So it would be an interesting one. Actually, it might be right here. I don't know where it went, Vince. So what does Medina, you think, have to do going forward to be on track to eventually either meet Magnificat or Strongsville in the playoffs? Most likely. I mean, Highland, are they in the same division? Vince, give me a yes or a no. No. Magnificat, yes or no? Is Magnificat? No. So Medina in Strongsville, what does Medina have to do to hopefully meet Strongsville in the playoffs, depending on the bracket works out?
Well, they're gonna have to rely on, obviously, Klanick. She is obviously one of the best players in Medina County and probably one of the best players in the area. But I think the ball movement they had tonight, if they would have had that towards the end, towards the big beginning of the game and stop forcing so many shots, I think they would have been in this ball game a little bit closer.
As the Strongsville subs now in. Both these coaches respect each other, that's for sure. Both communities, both programs, a lot of respect here. It's to the very best girls basketball programs in the entire area. As we have 38 seconds, I feel like Strongsville is just pretty much going to run it out. They're just running a 5-out motion or 4-out motion, it seems. So they're going to do that. They're going to cut and pass, let time waste, not turn the ball over. Doing well. Most of these young ladies were playing in the JV game. Nice to see them get some big varsity minutes here. Shot from 3, and she sinks it. Oh!
She has a little celebration, too. Did the heads out.
Let's see who that young lady is here. Larissa Soba, the freshman, is 78-59. Oh, they're celebrating with her. Oh, she's on the ground. That will do it here. Ben, do you have any, as you were a late sub in here, you were not expecting to do color here today. What was some
my debut?
Yeah, your debut. What are some takeaways here for you?
Basically to have some notes ready and to figure out how to say some of these last names, Dom. Some of these last names.
I'll help you out. Some
of these last names are kind of tough. I'm going to be honest with you.
For Dezeki, just say Z. You're all good. Vince has been saying Z all night.
Oh boy, Strongsville's excited. They are excited. Really, really excited here.
All right, thank you for joining us here for the Keon Sports Game of the Week as Vince is trying to adjust to my height here with the camera. Thank you for joining us for the Game of the Week. 78-59 is your final score. We'll have interviews going in. Neil was phenomenal, had over 28 points as Vince is coming in. Ben was not expecting to do color. Ben, you did great. You did great. So, Vince, what are some final takeaways?
Thank God it went smooth. But you're asking about the game. All right, cool. Yeah. So, final takeaways for the game. Kennedy Nail, holy cow. I mean, we talk so much about Gutierrez and Bass and Z, and as well we should, but I think tonight, Kennedy Nail really made a statement. The biggest game of the year for them, it really truly is. Olmsted Falls is not a conference rival. So even though that was a huge win for them to be the defending state champions, this was really the game they needed to win to make a statement on the road against their rival, and they did so, and they did so handily in the second half. I would say my biggest takeaway is these two things. One, Strongsville is almost impossible to beat. Looking at Northeast Ohio and the teams that are out there, I don't know who could beat them. Magnificat is going to give them one hell of a game if they clash in the playoffs. I'm sure I'll be there to cover it when it happens. That game could be outstanding the way Magnificat plays defense. I see that being a low-scoring game if it happens. Medina's very well coached. This is not a Karen case at all. They're a great coach team. They're smart with the ball. They don't turn it over. They're good. team. They're smart, Dom, but the problem is these third quarters. This is now yet again, and as I mentioned before, the Magnificat game, and then again tonight, and then again against Highland. Coming out in these third quarters, something has to change in these big games. Carry that pregame hype with you that you had before the game starts, and that emotion and that whatever it is, and bring it with you into the third quarter. That is really when the separation was able to start tonight for Strongsville. And like I said, I'll finish it where I started it before we go down for some interviews. Kennedy Nail, holy cow, you are on my radar, kiddo. You know, when I sit down to do these year-end awards, you just made one hell of a statement tonight.
She had a phenomenal game here today with Bass being in foul trouble early. They relied on her a lot. Gutierrez was getting abused when entering the paint. The Zeggy, she had a good game as well, but Kenny Neal it was her night tonight here for Strongsville. That's it for the Keon Sports Game of the Week. 78-59 your final score. Strongsville, they look like they're going to run away with the GCC if things go perfectly. Now anything can happen, but their main rival, they beat twice this year in dominating fashion after getting to a slow start. We thank you for joining here today. Now, Vince, if people want to reach out to you for a sponsor, what email should they reach out?
Vince.mckee@keonsports.com or my personal email, the one that fits on my phone, coachvin14@yahoo.com. Either one I will answer. I want to thank Maggie for joining us tonight. Come in camera here, Maggie Lou. As again, the first ever all Italian broadcast went off without a hitch. And guys, as I've always said, we are family here, no doubt about it. Dom, we've done a podcast together now that went viral. I'm sure this game's going to do huge numbers. So you know what comes next, right? Boxing.
I've been saying for a while that we need to be doing boxing. But we need to get down there for some post-game interviews, Vince. So how about that? So thank you for joining us here today. We had a phenomenal one. We'll announce here shortly what next week's game is. So thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful night.
Run some type of